This week, we get better, stronger, faster with a Geek Crash Course on the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. I'm going to jump now.
Okay.
Right?
That was pretty cool.
Right?
All right, let me try.
See? Pretty cool, right? It's
Yeah.
totally worth the horrifying fireball of a crash.
Wait, what?
First appearing in the novel Cyborg, Colonel Steve Austin is an Air Force astronaut upgraded into a bionic man after a horrific plane crash. 4 novels were published, and the series was adapted for television as The $6 Million Man.
In the operation after the crash, Austin's left eye, right arm, and both of his legs are replaced with complex bionic enhancements. His bionic limbs are described as each having the power of a bulldozer, and his bionic eye comes with a handy zoom function. Austin becomes a super spy working for the Office of Scientific Intelligence on a variety of missions, fighting enemy agents and terrorist threats.
Steve takes orders from OSI boss Oscar Goldman, a fatherly figure with the mind of a shrewd bureaucrat. His bionics were maintained by expert OSI scientist and head of the bionics division, Dr. Rudy Wells.
The series was a hit, lasting 5 seasons, including 6 TV movies. It was well known for its unique bionic sound effects, frequent slow-motion running, and Austin's trademark red tracksuit.
Most of the episodes involved spy-style adventure stories, but towards the end of the first season, the episode plot started to get a bit more sci-fi, with episodes involving aliens, psychics, and even Bigfoot.
In the original Cyborg novels, Steve Austin wasn't able to see out of his bionic eye, but he could shoot a laser beam out of it, so pluses and minuses. In the second season, Steve returned to his hometown and rekindled a romance with old friend Jamie Sommers. During a skydiving trip, her parachute lines become entangled and she crashes. Steve convinces Rudy to operate on her and she becomes the Bionic Woman, equipped with a bionic arm, legs, and inner ear, but her bionics fail on a mission and she's apparently killed.
As it turns out, Sommers actually survived in cryogenic stasis and is revived, but she's lost her memory of Steve and their relationship, leaving him for her own spin-off, the Bionic Woman. She had her own adventures, taking orders from Oscar and getting assistance with her bionics from Rudy. In later stories, Sommers became the go-to person to help train other bionic men and women.
The Bionic Woman ran 3 seasons and kept the same tone as the $6 Million Man. Spy stories mixed with the occasional zanier sci-fi tale. There were several crossovers between the 2 series as well, with 3 TV movies after the series that saw Jamie and Steve rekindle their romance and marry.
In 2007, a remake of The Bionic Woman was produced, but the series only lasted 8 episodes due to that year's writer's strike. The series featured a rebooted Jamie Sommers, a bartender who nearly dies in a car crash, but she's saved by her scientist boyfriend, who replaces her legs, right arm, right ear, and left eye, as well as injecting her with anthracites, microscopic machines that heal her in case of injury and maintain the technology in her body and brain.
The series also introduced Sarah Corvus, the Bionic Woman before Jamie, whose bionics are malfunctioning, and who's tracking Sommers in hope that Jamie's newer bionics can repair her failing older ones. Corvus was played by Battlestar Galactica's Katie Sackhoff, which is as awesome as it sounds.
Very.
The second of the post-series TV movies, Bionic Showdown, features a young Sandra Bullock as bionic agent Kate Mason. Sandra freaking Bullock. You're welcome. As far as bionic adventures, we'd recommend
The $7 Million Man, which is the first episode to feature another bionic person in the form of Barney Miller, a race car driver enhanced after an accident. He ends up being kind of a dick, and Steve has to knock him down a peg, bionic style. Barney returns in The Bionic Criminal with a different last name, Hiller, due to the premiere of sitcom Barney Miller in the interim.
The Bionic Woman and The Return of the Bionic Woman 2-parters introduce Jamie Sommers and also show Steve at possibly his most interesting dramatically. Worth checking out.
The Bigfoot 2-parters The Secret of Bigfoot and The Return of Bigfoot are frankly pretty insane. Watch them, drink them in, question the logic of their existence.
The rebooted Bionic Woman series is pretty flawed, but Katie Sackhoff as Sarah Corvus is pretty awesome. Also, Mark Shepard shows up, and he's great in everything.
If you want another modern take, check out the 2011 comics reboot of The $6 Million Man, renamed The Bionic Man from Dynamite Entertainment. The comic is based on an unproduced screenplay by Kevin Smith and spun off a companion series, a revamp of The Bionic Woman. The Venture Brothers, an animated series that parodies a lot of 70s and 80s pop culture, featured a parody of The $6 Million Man in an episode called Home Insecurity. This version is hiding in the woods with his lover, a Sasquatch.
Arms, legs, eyes, or ears. Which would you replace with a bionic upgrade? Let us know in the comments below and remember to subscribe for more Geek Crash Course.
Until next week, if you have any questions, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and our website, geekcrashcourse.com.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week
On Geek Crash Course. 1,
2, 3.
3.